Students, in the earlier class we have discussed briefly about sets and what are the two ways of writing sets, namely roster or tabular form and set builder form. We have worked out problems on these. Now we'll see some more types of sets. So next topic is empty set, empty or different names, null or void sets, empty, null or void sets. So what is an empty set? Empty means nothing is there. So a set is said to be empty if it contains no element. If it contains no element. How to represent? So if A is a set with no element, then we represent like this, just brackets, nothing is there. So empty set. An empty set can also be represented using this symbol pi like this. This also means empty. Both are one and the same. Empty set. So you can have many examples for this. One example. Let A equal to say x such that x is an integer, and 2 less than 3, so 2 less than x less than 3. So what I am writing here, x such that x is an integer and x is greater than 2 but less than 3. Is there an integer which is less than 3 but greater than 2? Certainly there is no such integer which is greater than 2 but less than 3. So it is an empty set. So no element is present here. Or for real numbers are considered. One more example. X such that x belongs to R. X square is negative. Is there any number whose square is negative? Where x belongs to R. I am talking about x belongs to the real number R. So x is such that x belongs to R, x square is negative. So there is no number such that x square is negative. So there are many examples. So these two examples are given. So just meaning is no element is there. No element is there. Empty set, null set or void. Different names. Notation is like this. So write just brackets. Nothing is there. One more symbol. This is one more symbol for empty set. Next topic is finite and infinite sets. Finite and infinite sets. Next one, finite and infinite sets. Finite and infinite sets. Finite and infinite sets. So what is a finite set? Again, name itself suggests the number of elements is finite. For example, if I write A equal to 1, 2, 3, this set has 3 elements. This set has 3 elements which is finite. So it becomes a finite set. So the number of elements is definite. It may be empty also. If you write B also, this is also a finite set with no element. A equal to 1, 2, 3, it is a finite. So finite number of elements. So this you can give like many examples. Set of vowels in English alphabet. Just we have discussed earlier. It is again a finite set. Then what about infinite set? So these are all finite sets. What about infinite set? Again, name it suggests there are infinitely many number of elements. There are infinitely many number of elements. For example, if I write a natural number n, this set 1, 2, 3. You know how to write. Then you write 3 dots indicating that never stops. 1, 2, 3. Next number 4, 5. Like that it will continue. Never stops. So it is an example for infinite set. Infinite set. One more example I will give you. Set S equal to say x such that x belongs to R and 2. Again, previous example I consider x less than 3. What about this set? S such that x belongs to R and 2 less than x less than 3. So between 2 and 3 we are having real numbers. How many real numbers are there between 2 and 3? There are infinite number of real numbers. So that again it is an infinite set. Set with infinite elements. Set with infinite elements members is called an infinite set. So finite and infinite sets. Name themselves sets. Next one, equal sets. Next one, equal sets. Again, from the word itself, you can identify. Two sets of A and B are said to be equal, and we write A equal to B if they have same number of elements and the elements are identical. They should have the same number of elements and they should be identical. Example: A equal to 1, 2, B equal to 1, 2. Then we can certainly say A equal to B. A and B are equal sets. A equal to 1, 2, B equal to 1, 2. A equal to B. You can say they are equal sets and we write like this: A equal to set B. That A equal to set B. As far as sets are concerned, there is one more thing here. For example, if I write C equal to 2, 1. Now my question is whether A equal to B equal to C. True or false? I have written A equal to 1, to B equal to 1, to C equal to 1 I have written. Whether A equal to B equal to C? Yes. As far as sets are concerned, they are equal. What I am trying to say is, order of the elements is immaterial. How you write the elements? Like first element, second element, immaterial. So order is immaterial. I will explain with an example, one more example. There are 10 students in the class, 50 students in the class. Whether I start from the first row, first bench to the last bench, or whether I start from last bench to the first bench, number of students remain the same, and the students remain the same, correct? So total class no change, whether you read from the first bench or second bench. If I read all the students' names, then it is same. So here also sets are concerned, A equal to 1, 2, B equal to 1, 2, C equal to 1. Order is immaterial. Further, one more point. If I have a set like D equal to say 1, 1, 2, then again A equal to B equal to C equal to D also. This also equal to D. What I am stressing here is, as far as sets are concerned, repetition is immaterial. So one is repeated 2 times. So 1 is repeated 2 times, but it is same as 1, 2 or 2, 1. So generally while writing set elements, repetition is not allowed. It is of course equal, meaning doesn't change, but not required. Because you know 1, 1, 2 is same as 1, 2. So why you have to write one extra element? Extra number, same number, why you have to repeat? So that is another point. Repetition is not required. Repetition is not required. So only once if you write, enough. Only once it has to be written. If you write, it is not wrong. I am not saying it is wrong, but enough. Once you write, enough. So this is itself is enough because all are one and the same. If you write to one also same. No need to repeat. So that is what are called equal sets. So just simply remember that equal sets means the two sets are equal if they have the same number of elements and the terms are same. Suppose if I have E equal to 3 2, now whether A equal to E? No, because A has 1 2, E has 3 2. So there is one element, number 1 is here, but that one is missing here. So A is not equal to E. Again here 3 is there, here 3 is here in E, whereas 3 is not here. So they should be same also, not just number of elements same, but the elements also should be same. The elements also should be same. Number of elements should be same. The elements should also be same. Then we can say that the two sets are equal. Next topic, subsets. Subsets. I will explain again with an example. So let A equal to 1 2. Say B equal to 1 2 3. Then I can say that A is a subset of B. A is a subset of B, and I will write like this using this symbol indicating that A is a subset of B. In some books, notice like this also. Both are on the same. In your textbook, you will have this, but this is also correct. Okay, so if A equal to 1 to B equal to 1 to 3, I can say that A is a subset of B. How? But why I can say like this? Now if you observe, if you take any element in A, that element in B also. If you take any element in A, that element is also in B. For example, 1 belongs to A, also 1 belongs to B. 2 belongs to A in this problem, 2 belongs to B also. So 1 belongs to A, 1 belongs to B, 2 belongs to A, 2 belongs to B. Therefore, I can say that A is a subset of B. So generalization means if A belongs to A, if it implies A belongs to B, if A belongs to A, if it implies, if it tells A also belongs to B, for every A belongs to A, for every A belongs to A, then we can say that A is a subset of B. For all A belongs to A, this means that implies A is a subset of B. A is a subset of B. Now what about B? B is a subset of A? Whether B is a subset of A? Yes or no? Question mark. B is a subset of A? Question mark. Observe here. B has 3, element 3, but A has no such element. So B is a subset of A is false. This is false, and we write like this. B is not a subset of A. B is not a subset of A because there is an element 3 here which is not present in A. So here in this example 3 belongs to B, but 3 doesn't belongs to A. Therefore B is not a subset of A. B belongs to 3. I mean, sorry, 3 belongs to B, but 3 doesn't belong to A. So B is not a subset of A, but A is a subset of B. A is a subset of B for this example, but B is not a subset of A. The next question is, what about A is a subset of A? Whether A is a subset of A? Next question. Is it true? Yes, obviously it is true. It is a subset of A. A is a subset of A. Because if you take the same set, A 1 belongs to A, 1 belongs to A. 2 belongs to A, 2 belongs to A. Or either way, if you take any manner, A will, if any element A belongs to A, it should belong to A only itself. So it is a subset of itself. Any set is a subset of itself. Remember. So that is about subsets. Next, one more addition to this, what is called proper subsets. Proper subsets. What is that proper subsets? Now, if I consider this example, A equal to 1 to B equal to 1 to 3, A is a subset of B. And further, there is an extra element in B. There is an extra element 3 in B. Then I can say that A is a proper subset of B. A is a proper subset of B, because what is the reason? 3 belongs to B, but 3 doesn't belong to A. There is an extra element. This element is extra here. Then we can say that A is a proper subset of B. So what is the definition or how you can define a proper subset? A is said to be a proper subset of B. I give here itself. A is a proper subset of B. If A is a subset of B and A not equal to B, A is a subset of B if A is a proper subset of B if A is a subset of B and A not equal to B. They should not be equal. So it is obvious that A is not a proper subset of A. A cannot be a proper subset of itself. A is not a proper subset of itself. So proper subset means A is said to be a proper subset of B means we should have extra element. We should have at least one extra element. You can have many elements. You can have many more elements, but at least one extra element. You should have at least one extra element. So this is here, this example, it is not a proper subset. Now one more thing we can say that if A is proper subset of B, we can also say that B is a superset of A. So from here, this means that B is a superset of A. That also means B is a superset of A. If A is a proper subset of B, if A is a proper subset of B, you can say that B is a superset of A. Next topic. Subsets of set of real numbers. Subsets of set of real numbers. Subsets of set of real numbers. overthinking about the previous one. So always remember, if A is any set, the null set is always a subset of that set. If A is any set, the null set is always subset of that set. This point you have to remember. Null set is always subset of any set for that matter. You take any set, the null set is one of its subset. Null set is one of its subset. Subsets of set of real numbers. You know real numbers. Real numbers. So if you have the real line number system, 0, 1, 2, like this, minus 1, minus 2, this is like this. In between there will be many numbers. So real number system, you know. So subsets of set of real numbers. Now if A and B are two numbers, both belonging to R, real numbers, then consider this set. Say x equal to x, such that x belongs to R and A less than x less than b. It is of course an example for infinite set, because between two real numbers there will be infinite numbers. Between any two real numbers there are infinitely many real numbers. So it is again infinite set. So x belongs to R and A less than x less than b. So this is a subset of R. Set of real numbers. Set of real numbers denoted by capital R. Set of real numbers denoted by capital R. So x equal to x such that x belongs to R and A less than x less than b. So this is one set. Now this is actually A less than x less than b. I can write like this also. This is called open interval A comma b. Means between A and B, what all real numbers are there? Those they are real numbers. So between 2 and 3, example, or between 2 and 10, or 5 and 10. So there are many real numbers. Real numbers include integers, rational numbers, irrational numbers. There are many numbers, many types. So this is what is called, this is the definition, A comma B. This is called open interval A comma B. That means what? It doesn't include A, it doesn't include B. The set doesn't include A, doesn't include B, but all the elements between A and B, all the elements between A and B are included. It doesn't include A, doesn't include B, but all the elements between A and B are included. Okay, this is here like this. So A doesn't belong to x. Remember, B doesn't belong to x. In this case, doesn't belong to x. A doesn't belong to x. This set, because they are written within round brackets. So it means that A doesn't belong to x, B doesn't belong to x. But there may be many values. If I write 2, 3. 2 is not part of this, 3 is not part of this, but 2.1, yes, 2.2, 2.111, you can write infinite numbers. 2.999, yes, belongs to this interval, but 2 doesn't belong to, 3 doesn't belong to. Whatever the number you take in between 2 and 3 belongs to this interval. Okay, this we call open interval AB. Open interval AB. Next one, I slightly change. I will write like this: x equal to x belongs to R and B So if I write, for example, a less than equal to x less than equal to b. So what is the meaning? So 2 less than, for example, 2 less than equal to x less than 3. Previous example only I will take, just change. Here I am using less than equal to symbol. It means that 2 is also part of this set. 2 also belongs to this set. Remember, 2 less than or equal to x less than 3. So 2 is also part of the set, an element of the set. X belongs to 2. I mean x value 2 means also it is part of the set. So how do we represent this? This we represent like this. Square brackets we use there. 2, 3. So what is the meaning? Here our bracket only. What is the meaning? 2 belongs to the set. 3 doesn't belong to. This is closed. This is open bracket. So you will write using square brackets. Closed. That means it is part of the set. Same way you can have other case. A less than x less than or equal to b. So what is the meaning? So 2 less than x less than or equal to 3. So that means how to write? So you have to write like this: 2, 3 here square brackets. Which means that 3 belongs to the set. 3 is part of the set, member of the set. 2 is not member of the set. All elements are members of the set. Last one, if I write a less than or equal to x less than or equal to b, a less than or equal to x less than or equal to b, it means that like 2 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 3, means that 2 is a member of the set, 3 is a member of the set. All elements in between 2 and 3 also members of the sets. So how to write? We will use both closed brackets, 2 comma closed square brackets. So this is about intervals, set of real numbers, subsets of set of real numbers. And you observe that if you have a set, then the length of the interval, these intervals, length of interval AB or A comma B, B comma A comma B like this or A comma B like this is given by B minus C. Length of the interval is given by second number minus whether any interval you take like this, fully open interval, half open, half closed, again like this, or closed intervals is given by B minus C. Second number by minus, second number minus first number, B minus C. So subsets of set of real numbers. One more point I want to tell. Now we can represent all this using number line. How to represent? So representation of these values like this. You have 2 here, number line, 3 here, the number line minus infinity to plus infinity. That you know, line number, that real line. So here between 2 and 3, for example, first case this one. So this means that 2, 3. This represents 2, 3. Now one more I will do. Similarly I will do another 3. So if I darken this, shade this, it means that 2. So 2 is also included. 2 is also included. 3 not included. 2 included, 3 not included. Here like this, here shading is given to this. Similarly, you can write another 2, that is like this. 2, 3. So if I give like this, shade this. So what is the mean? What is this? this is equal to 2, comma 3 square. 2, 3 square. This is round bracket. This is square bracket. Last one. One more. If I give like this, this means that 2 and 3 both are included. This means that both are included. Use the square brackets. So here we stop this session. We will see some more types of sets. Some more sets like power sets in the next class.